Hello friends. Yesterday I was going through one of the Power BI blogs where I've seen a question. The question states how to create a measure to know the previous week's numbers to compare with current week numbers. My first thought was to create a quick video on the same topic. But I stopped myself and started thinking, why can't I create a complete file showing all comparison metrics in one place? Like comparison within year, showing day to day or week on week or month on month and quarter to quarter for the same year, and also to show the comparisons between the years. That means same day last year what is the position, and same quarter last year what is the position, and year on year, and also showing year on year for certain other dimensions other than the date, and then create some variances so that this will be a complete reference point for many beginners. So now let me show you how to create these measures. Let me explain from the beginning, like taking the data from Excel to Power BI and then create relationships and then create a date table, then complete the measures and then comparison. Let me jump into a blank file where I can take the data from Power Query Editor, new source, and then Excel. So selecting the required file. In this, I'm selecting only tables, not the sheets. And the reason for selecting tables I've discussed in many videos. The reference is given here. And then I'm selecting both tables, not the sheets, and then pressing OK. The queries are added to the Power Query Editor. I'm not going to do much in Power Query Editor, so I'm just closing and applying so that my queries are added to the data model and there will be a relation created automatically by Power BI based on the primary key and foreign key. That can be seen in the report or model view, that is nothing but relationship view. You can see the primary key is branch, which is used as foreign key, and this table is now, that model is intact. The next step is to create a date table. Along with the regular columns like date, week, month, quarter, and year, I would like to create the columns like week number and year, month name and year, and quarter number and year, so that I can display the table in this manner so that I need not create a slicer here. So it is straight away week 1 2017 and so on. But when you take those columns straightforward, they will not be sorted in the way it is sorted here. They will be sorted like week 1, week 10, week 11, like that. And the same way, these columns will not be sorted properly. To sort them, we need to have additional columns which can control these columns to sort in a proper order. So we are having a complete set of date table with many dimensions. To create the date table, I need to get into modeling tab, and then from there I'm selecting new table, and the name of the table is date table equal. I need to declare a variable where, that is base table. Calendar auto, I'm using the function and I'm giving 12, that is my fiscal year last month, that is December. So in return, I need to generate another table using the base table. That is base table, and I need to create a variable as base field, which is nothing but my date field available in the memory, that is date. Next, I need month name equal format base field comma triple M. Then I need month number. Month variable cannot be in two different words, so month number is month and then base field. The next one is I require quarter, so QTR equal within double quotes Q and quarter base field. Now I require month, I require year, so variable short year equal year and then base field. Now this is giving me the basic columns of the date table. Now I need to create those fields which are important for visualization, and these fields will be part of those tables where I'm doing the comparison. First is week number. I require the week number. So variable week n equal, within double quotes, week, and then week number is the function, and then base field. So I'm not using the return type as of now. By default it takes 1, and I'm not focusing on that. I'm just selecting only week number. Then variable, I require month, name and year together. For that I say this is month t, that means month text and year, equal month name ampersand, and then with a small space short year. Next I want week number and year. For that variable, so week n year equal week n ampersand with a space short year. And then next one I require variable month. Month is done, so I say quarter and year equal, so whatever quarter we have, that is QTR ampersand with a small space short year. Now we have created all the variables. I think I have created week number, month and year, week number and year, quarter number and year. Yeah. So now I need to generate a table. For that I use return, and then return, and then I'm using row function where month name will be month name, and then month number will be month number, and then month and year will be month t year. Next is quarter, so quarter is QTR. Yes, this is QTR, and then quarter and year, that is QTR and year. Then you require short year is nothing but short year, and then we have done with that. I believe that is all. So I have created all the variables. How many variables are 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and then 1 2 3 4 5 6. I think we need to use 2 more, that is quarter we have done, and then short year we have done. Week number we have not created, right? So week number, and then that is week number, then week and year is week and year. So with that my date table is complete. If I press enter, I'll be able to see entire set of columns, but this is not the complete date table. We need to create few more fields which will help us to sort those columns, like month and year, and week number and year, and quarter number and year. So that will be explained during the example, so that you'll understand why I'm creating those fields. So this is to be now connected with the main fact table. So date of joining to the date, and now my model is finished. So date of joining to date, and you can see the relationship is created. Now I need to create measures. For that, report view, creating a dummy table where I'll be placing my all measures. The name of the table is basic measures. The basic measure table is created now. In that table I'm actually placing my all measures. So new measure. So first measure will be total revenue. So that I need to use some X function, and name of the table is revenue, and then total duration multiplied by fees per hour. So this gives me the total revenue. I'm just hiding the column so that if I just collapse and expand, I can see the table icon changed. Now we need to start creating measures for comparisons. The first comparison I would like to have is day-to-day comparison. That means I would like to compare my current day numbers with previous day numbers. For that, the new measure, and then name of the measure is day-to-day. I need to evaluate the total revenue. So I'm using calculate function and total revenue with a filter context date add. That is the function I need to use. And then dates are nothing but my each unique day. So in the date table I select date, and then number of intervals because I want to see my previous day, so -1, and then interval unit is day. This gives me my previous day's revenue, which can be compared with current day revenue. Let me place this measure into a visualization, that is a table, and then see how it appears. So select the table visualization. There, since it is day-to-day comparison, I'm selecting date from the date table, and I'm making it as only date. Then selecting total revenue, which will show current day revenue by date, and then day-to-day revenue, which is for previous day. Now if I look at the table, on first day there was no comparison because the previous day there was no revenue because it's the starting of the year, and then the second day you can see the comparison is happening and you can see the value. So that way you can create a comparison for day to day, so previous day versus current day, and then you can create a variance also. The variance will be like this. If I select a new measure, so total revenue variance D to D equal total revenue minus day to day revenue. So if I add that to the table, I need to select the table, and there I need to add this variance so you can see the value. Now I can write one more formula. If I don't have this value, if day to day is not there, so this will be with little more comprehension, that is if is blank day to day. If day to day revenue is not there, then don't show me any comparison, show me the value as blank, otherwise show me this value. And if I close the bracket, now you can see on that particular place you will not see any comparison, only you will be seeing the comparison wherever the day-to-day value is there. The next comparison is week-on-week comparison. I would like to compare previous week against current week numbers. But before getting into the measure, first let me show you how this week number appears in a table, because we need to create few more additional columns in the date table to sort that column in a proper manner. Let me add a table. In the table I'm just adding from the date table week and year. Now if you look at the week numbers, week 1 of all years is coming first, and so on, and again it is coming week 10, it is not week 2. So this is not a proper sort, so we cannot compare the numbers in a proper order. So we need to first sort this column by another column which we are supposed to create now. So let me select date table. There I am adding another variable. So variable week and year equal, that is short year multiplied by 1000 plus week number, that is a number, and then base field, because we have not created on the top, we have created straight away with week number and month to year together. Now same field I need to add here, and then I say week and year, that will be week and it's WK and year, and a proper column is created. Now let me go to the date table to show you how that column appears. Now this is the column and this is the value. Now I'm using this column to sort this column so that you will get the column, you will get the visualization with proper week numbers, week 1, week 2 of 2017, etc. So let me unselect everything and then let me select the date table. In the date table I'm selecting week and year, which I have used in the visualization, and then selecting sort by column and selecting week and year. With that, I can now see the week numbers properly sorted. So week 1 2017 and so on for complete 2017, and then accordingly it will take care of other years. While creating measure for day-to-day comparison, I have used date add function. Date add function has got 4 interval units: day, month, quarter and year. There is no week. That means we cannot use date add function to know the previous week numbers. For that we need to get another logic. If you look at this table, these are week numbers and week numbers along with the years. At each selected week number, that means week 4, my previous week is week 3. If I subtract 1 from week 4, I'll get week 3, and along with that, if I use the logic, the current year has to be 2017, the selected year should be 2017, then I will be able to get the value. But for subtraction, I need to create a numeric week number. Currently my date table doesn't contain that. Now select date table and then let me add another field with a variable. So I say variable week number equal week number is the function, and then base field, and same variable I'm using here, that is within double quotes week number and then week number. Now I can create a measure. So the measure will go like this: new measure, week over week. The measure name is week over week equal calculate the total revenue, that is the evaluation, and then by filtering all date table columns where week number equals selected value, because I need to make sure that that is a selected value there in the table. Selected value, week number, whatever week number is there, minus 1, that is my previous week. Along with that, ampersand, that is and short year equals to selected value short year. So that means my previous week will be current week minus 1, but year is same. That is what I need to say, and if I press enter, the measure is created. Now I can compare both current week and previous week. So let me add total revenue and then let me add week over week. Now you can see last week was 3148900, which is now getting compared with current year, that is week 2. Now I need to create measure to know the previous month number so that I can have the month on month comparison. But before getting into the measure, let me show you how this month and year column appears in the table visualization. Since it is a text column, it will be sorted alphabetically. So let me add a table visualization. There, let me select the date table and add month and year. Now this is starting from April 2017 and it is adding all Aprils like 17, 18, 19 and 20 and so on. And even it is not starting with January. I require Jan 2017, Feb 2017 and so on. For that I need to create another numeric column which can control this column by sorting. So for that let me select the date table and then I need to add another variable month and year equal short year multiplied by 1000 plus month number, and let me add a field here, that is MNY. If I commit this, I can see that additional column. So that column will be like this. This is the column. Now with this help, I can sort the text column. So let me unselect everything and then let me select the date table, select month and year. There sort by column and month and year. Now you can see the sort happened in a proper manner. And one thing you would have noticed, the icons are now changed from the previous window and they are now different. The reason is I have upgraded just now to April 2020, and April 2020 I have got many more nice options available. Please check the video published by Microsoft and learn the things. The measure goes like this now. For that, let me select new measure and then previous month equal calculate total revenue, and then date add function I'm using again because date add function has got 4 interval units, day, month, so I can use month here. So each date, then -1, and that interval is month. This gives me the comparison. Now I can just add total revenue, which will be filtered by each month, and then previous month, and you can see the comparison. And now from January to December, they are all in the same order, and accordingly next year starting. That way you can see the comparison and create a variance, and if you wanted to have further insights, you can take care of. Next measure will be for quarter on quarter comparison. But before getting into the measure, same issue like what we have seen in the month and year, quarter and year also. Let me see that into a table visualization. Selecting a table, from the date table I'm adding month and year. Now you can see, sorry, not month and year, I need to add quarter and year. You can see now all the quarters are coming together. So Q1 is in one place and then Q2 and so on. But I want Q1 2017, Q2 2017 and so on. For that I need to create another field. For that, let me select date table. Need to add another variable. Variable Q and Y equal short year multiplied by 1000 plus quarter and then base field, because we have not created a numeric quarter field. So that is why I'm creating a variable here, and then I'm adding this here. That is Q and Y, and then Q and Y. Now I can sort this. So let me unselect all visuals and then select date table, select quarter and year. This has to be sorted by Q and Y, and now you can see all the quarters in proper order. So this will help me to give the comparison. Now I need to create the measure. The measure will be, so previous quarter equal calculate total revenue, date add, and then by each date -1 and then quarter. Now if I add total revenue, that will be filtered by each quarter, and then if I add previous quarter, you can have the comparison, and again you can have the variances and take it forward. By now I hope you have understood the importance of date add function, which is helping us to create comparisons within the year, like month on month, day to day, and quarter over quarter. However, in case of week to week, that means previous week, we need to create another logic which we have discussed. While creating the column structure like week 1 and week and year, month and year, and quarter and year, we have discussed how to manage that with additional columns. And if you are not using this kind of structure, you are using only just month separately and quarter separately and week separately, and adding a filter, rather a slicer on the top, then whatever I discussed need not follow. But this is one way of presentation which will help you to keep all the numbers in one place. The next step is to understand year-to-year comparison, and then current year this day, or whatever specific selected day, and the same day in the previous year, the same way that month selected in the current day, and same month previous year, and quarter also. For year-on-year comparison, I'm going to use only single measure using a function same period last year. Same period last year can help me to compare not only current year to previous year, but also current day to the previous year same day, and current month and against previous year same month, and so on. So let me add a new measure. It's the simplest measure I have seen in Power BI, that is previous period. Here the previous period concept is current period to same period in the previous year. So now calculate total revenue and then same period last year by each date. And then let me add a new page. There I am adding the visual. Now I need to add month and year. Rather first date. Let me add the date, and then I need to make this as a simple date, not that date hierarchy. And then let me select total revenue, which will give me a drill down of each day, and then previous period. Now what happens if you just go down? Currently, if you see, the current year doesn't have any comparison, right? So that is the reason you will not be able to see that the previous period. But if you scroll down and let us see what is the number, it is 548,300. And if I scroll down and see the first day of the next year, that is 2018, 548,300 is appearing. To make it much more comprehensive, what I need to do, I need to add a slicer, and then in the slicer I need to add short year, and I need to convert this into a list first, and then I can convert this into a proper slicer by selecting horizontal from the formatting options. And if I decrease the height, and then let me add some colors to the items. Font color is white, background color is blue. Now if I select 2017, there is no previous period, but if I select 2018, the comparison comes, and you can see that is the comparison. So the same day in the last year was 548, but current year it is very low. Same way I can add other tables. Now I need not create any measure. Now let me select a table, and then in the table let me add, say, week and year, and then total revenue, and then previous period. So week 1, there is no value for the previous period, 2017. If I select 2018, the comparison comes and sits here, and accordingly you can do the variance analysis. Same thing with the month. I just copy paste it and select it. Now I'll just remove the month, week and year. I'll just select month and year. Same thing. Now you can see that 2018 between the years. And finally I need to add another table to show the year on year comparison. Let me add a table. Let me add short year, and then I need to just check when I add a field, a numeric field to the table, and it is to be a filter table. I need to make sure that it should not be summarized. Since a short year is a number, it is actually summing up right in the table, which has to be converted into don't summarize, so that I'll get the year numbers. Let me remove the filter so that I'll get all the years, and there I'll add the total revenue, and then previous period, total revenue, and then previous period revenue. You can see the comparison. So that is how I have somehow managed to create all the comparisons, I think, and please go through the entire video and try to understand. And if you have any questions, please mention them in the comments section. And of course, if you have more doubts and more kind of comparisons wanted to create, let me know so that I can create a specific video and post it. Hope you like this video, and as I said earlier, if you have any questions, please mention them in the comment section. And if you like this, please share with many, and also please don't forget to subscribe. And I require your comments. If you don't like it, please give a comment. If you like it, tell me a small statement, give a small statement in the comment section that it is nice, or why it is useful to you and how it is useful to you. It will give me a booster so that I can do many more videos. And if you subscribe it, definitely you will get a notification and you can start watching.